Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about different types of lines and the angles that they create. We're going to be going over a lot of vocabulary, so it's a good idea to follow along on a piece of paper and take notes. You might also want to have markers or colored pencils handy to color code your notes, as that'll help you more easily identify what angles we are talking about. The first thing we're going to go over is something called parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that never cross. These two lines are parallel. It's important to know that they never cross. If we extended these lines and they went on and on and on, they would never ever meet. The next thing we're going to talk about is something called a transversal. A transversal is this line, and it is a line that crosses two or more other lines. So it's a line that crosses two or more other lines. As we can see, it goes across our two parallel lines in this diagram. This combination of parallel lines and transversals create some important angles for us to know. The first one is that it creates interior and exterior angles. When we're talking about that, we're talking about the angles that are on the inside or the outside of the parallel lines. So when we're talking about interior angles, we're talking about the angles that are on the inside of these parallel lines. And that creates a special type of angle called alternate interior angles. Those are angles that are on the alternate sides, are the opposite sides of the transversal, but are on the inside of the parallel lines. For example, angle 4 and angle 6, and angle 5 and angle 3. The special thing about this is that alternate interior angles are equal. So angle 4 is equal to angle 6, and angle 5 is equal to angle 3 because they are alternate interior angles. They're on the inside of the parallel lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal. Next, we're going to talk about the alternate exterior angles. Well, exterior means outside. So the exterior angles are on the outside of our parallel lines. So that would be angle 1, angle 2, angle 8, and angle 7. And alternate exterior angles, just like alternate interior angles, are on the opposite side of the transversal. So angle 1 and angle 7 are alternate exterior angles because they're on opposite sides and they're both on the outside of the parallel lines. And then angle 8 and angle 2 are also alternate exterior angles. And just like the interior angles, they are equal. So that means that angle 1 is equal to angle 7, and angle 2 is equal to angle 8, because they're alternate exterior angles. The next angles we're going to talk about are angles that are vertical. Vertical angles are angles that are across from each other. So angle 2 and angle 4 are vertical angles. Angle 1 and angle 3, they are across from each other. We also, in the bottom, we have angle 5 and angle 7. And angle 6 and angle 8. These are all vertical angles. Vertical angles are equal. This is where I was talking about it's a little bit easier to see what we're talking about if you color code it. It's kind of hard to write a definition of vertical angles, but if you color code your picture, it becomes pretty easy to see which ones are vertical. Vertical angles are equal, so angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Angle 5 is equal to angle 7. And angle 6 is equal to angle 8. This is why it's important that you include your picture so that you can see what we're talking about. Corresponding angles means that they're in the same position. Okay, let's get zoomed back in. So corresponding angles are angles that are in the same position. Sorry about that. And what we mean by that is that we have this top set of angles and we have this bottom set of angles. So we're going to look for which ones are in the same position in both places. So we have angle 1 and angle 5. They're both on the top left. We have angle 2 and angle 6. We have angle 4 and angle 8. And lastly, we have angle 3 and angle 7. These angles are in the same position and they are equal. So that means angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 2 is equal to angle 6. Angle 4 is equal to angle 8. And lastly, angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Like I said, it might help to color code it so that you can more easily see what we're talking about in your notes. What we're going to do now is we're going to put this all together to find missing angles. So right now the only angle we know is this angle is 100 degrees. We learned about vertical angles before. This angle is vertical or straight across from this angle, and vertical angles are equal. So I can label my missing angle also 100 degrees. Now I want to find this angle. My blue angle is supplementary with my red angle. They form this straight line. And we learned that those angles need to add up to 180 degrees. So I can figure out my blue angle by doing 180 minus 100. And I would get that my blue angle is 80 degrees. It also has a vertical angle. I'm going to label this one my purple angle. So my purple angle is vertical to my blue angle. So it is also 80 degrees. We have our exterior angles labeled on the top. So I can look at this angle down here. It's on the outside of the parallel line, so it's an exterior angle. And its alternate angle would be my red angle. So my yellow angle and my red angle are alternate exterior angles, which means they are equal. So my yellow angle is also 100 degrees. Now I want to figure out this green angle. This green angle is in the top left of the bottom. It's corresponding to my blue angle. My green angle and my blue angle are corresponding, which means they're in the same position and they are equal. So my green angle, if it's corresponding to the blue one, would also be 80 degrees. Next, I have this black angle. It's an interior angle. It's on the inside of the parallel lines. Its alternate interior angle on the opposite side of the transversal is my red angle. My original red angle, this 100-degree angle, is on the opposite side. So this would be equal, and it would be 100 degrees. Now I only have one angle left. I'm going to draw this one in gray. My gray angle is vertical to my 80-degree angle, my green angle, so we know it's 80 degrees. We could have also figured it out with the corresponding angle, which would be the bottom of the top, which is the purple angle. It's corresponding to the purple angle. It's vertical to the green angle. We could have also found it because it's an exterior angle. It's on the outside. Its alternate exterior angle is the blue angle. Or we could have found it using the supplementary angle with the yellow. So there are 4 different ways you can use supplementary, angles, let's get zoomed back in. So you can use supplementary angles. You can use vertical angles. You can use corresponding angles. Or alternate interior/exterior angles. These are the 4 methods you can use. They can all help you find all the angles that are missing in a figure. Good luck. I hope this helped. Please use your notes on the practice and get started.